get in the win column this weekend. That's it for the ladies' game. The final 82-56. 20 minutes from now, I'll be back with you for the guys' game. It'll be the Cougars and the Pronghorns again. We'll be back in 20 on CanadaWest.tv. Welcome back to this Center for Kinesiology, Health, and Sport. Let's get this thing going. The back half of our doubleheader tonight. The University of Regina Cougar men's basketball team taking on the Lethbridge Pronghorns. Coming into the game, Lethbridge 9-9, the Cougars 6-12. So playoff chances for both teams, if I'm not mistaken, are out the window. But battling for pride, playing their final regular season games here on this floor of the year. The Cougars will try to maybe get a couple of W's this weekend. Have to start off tonight. It'll be the Cougars in white, the Pronghorns in blue. Paul Gareau tipping off, wins the tip, and it falls into the hands of Brendan Hebert. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visitors on the floor, Spear Chief Morris, along with Reeder, Deuce, Fletcher, and Derek Waldner. Those are your starting five for the Pronghorns. For the Cougars, same starting five we've seen for a while. It's Darius Moll, Frank Brown, Paul Gareau, Connor Burns, and Brendan Hebert. Quick foul out of the gate. Goes on Morgan Deuce, the fourth-year man out of Raymond, Alberta. And the inbound comes to Frank Brown. Now Brendan Hebert. Coming off a screen up top, Gareau, and his pass to Connor Burns, who was open down low, didn't get there, tipped out of bounds. 9:41 to play, still obviously very early. Just getting things started here. There's Darius Moll taking an inbounds pass, driving, passing, Burns, throw it down. One-handed dunk for Connor Burns, gets the Cougars on the board. They're up 2-0. Deuce looking for Spear Chief Morris. Didn't get there. He kind of got caught up in the defense, and the Cougars steal it away. Darius to Brown to Gareau. He's got a big height advantage down there. Let's see if he uses it. To the bucket. Blocked away. Good help defense from Waldner. And now it's Spear Chief Morris ahead of everyone. Lay it in for two. Julian Spear Chief Morris, the fifth-year man out of Lethbridge, gets his team on the board. We're tied at twos. Brendan Hebert calling out the offense. Waves off Frank Brown into the corner. Now comes off a screen and goes Darius the other side. Gets it back. Quick release three. High arcing three is a little bit short. Rebound pulled down by Deuce. He will take it to the paint, kick it out. Open look. Three ball coming. Fletcher. Nope. Tap back out, though. He gets another chance. Goes from deeper this time. That didn't work. And it's Brendan Hebert with the defensive rebound across the timeline, and Frank Brown is fouled. That'll be on Fletcher, so a tough 20 seconds for Fletcher, missing a couple of threes and then picking up a foul. Second team foul on the Pronghorns. 1:40 into the opening quarter. Darius, and that's going to be a carrying violation. Thought for a second he might have got away with it. A bit of a delayed call, but whistle blows. Cougars turn it over. Lethbridge with it, setting up the offense. Here's Fletcher, backdoor cut, and Spear Chief Morris put it on the floor. Probably could have just went straight up, but either way, he gets the bucket. 4-2 Lethbridge. Darius, Connor, jump hook, nothing but air. Now Fletcher running the floor. That pass, look out. Not even close to anybody, out of bounds, and Lethbridge turns it over. 4-2, the Pronghorns with an early lead, coming in 9-9 on this season. Cougars 6-12, coming off a pair of losses, hard-fought losses, albeit at Calgary last weekend. Ball out of bounds, it'll go to Lethbridge. Not a whole lot of energy in the gym right now. Tomorrow night will be senior night. Paul Gareau and Sterling Nostat will play their final games as a Cougar on this floor. A couple of great guys, both on and off the floor. Paul Gareau and Sterling Nostat will be missed by the program, as the Cougars have really fallen apart early here. They give it away on the inbound pass, but now a foul on the Pronghorns. That's going to go on Fletcher, it looks like, which would be his second. So not a great start to the ball game for Alex Fletcher. A couple of missed threes on one trip, and now a pair of fouls, so he's off to the bench. 6'2" Pronghorns, Cougars with the basketball. It's Hebert on the far wing in front of the visitors' bench. Gets it to Brown, back to Brennan. Hebert back to Darius. Deep three ball is off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down. Here's Reeder. Number 7 in blue out of Iron Springs, Alberta. Driving, laying it up, laying it off the rim, and no good. Darius the rebound. Mole pushing the floor. Hebert baseline. Passes to nobody. Well, that's Reeder with it for the other side. Here he comes. All the way to the 10 and in for 2. 8-2, Lethbridge. The Cougars have turned the ball over 4 times already in the first 3.5 minutes. And they're down 6. They're 1 for 5 from the field. Lethbridge is 4 for 7. The ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with 6 seconds on the shot clock. .608 to play first quarter. Adam Gaga with you tonight on CanadaWest.tv. Nobody paying attention to Paul Gareau on the inbound, and he's going to be fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Paulie G. The foul goes on Spencer Wenzel. His first, the 4th team foul. As Gareau gets the freebie. The Cougars will be in the bonus the rest of the quarter with still 6:07 left, so we'll see if they can force the action, take it to the basket, and try to get a few free throws before this first quarter is over. Here's a 3 ball coming. Deuce, no good. And the rebound for Connor Burns. Hebert, oh, what a great pass to Gareau, who keeps it in bounds. Back to Brown for 3. Yep. Frank was out here taking 3-point jump shots before the ladies' game, about 4 o'clock our time, and looks good on his first shot in game action. He's 1 for 1. The Cougars are down by 1. And that ball thrown into the backcourt. So another turnover. Third turnover of the game for Lethbridge. And the Cougars on a little 5-0 run here have a chance to extend that and at the same time take the lead. Brennan Hebert. Frank Brown. Frank puts up a 3. No, they'll call it a 2. Either way, it rims out, and the rebound pulled down by Chaz Johnson out of Spokane, Washington. Home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs of the West Coast Conference. There's a dunk by Julian Spear Chief Morris. Nice offensive set there, freeing up an open look for Spear Chief Morris. Speaking of good offensive set, how about the ball movement there from the Cougars, resulting in an easy one for Connor Burns, his 4th point. Fletcher back on the floor, getting it to Spear Chief Morris. He'll try a 3, yeah. Julian Spear Chief Morris, 11 points, 11 of the team's 13. Not bad. He's on pace for, 80-something. Here's Brennan Hebert now. It goes short corner for Gareau. 4:20 to play first quarter. Paulie G double-teamed. Gets a nice cross-court pass out to the corner for Hebert. Shot misses. And here come the Lethbridge Pronghorns the other way. Reeder right at his man, and a foul. It's going to go on Nostat, and Reeder will head to the line for 2. Cougars are going to go to the bench. Darius Mole coming back in. And Lethbridge to the bench as well. Alex Fregon and Jans Engren on the floor. Reeder at the line, hits the first. Lethbridge 14, Regina 9. Short is Reeder, but the offensive rebound is going to be picked up on the miss by Johnson. Now a shot goes up from Johnson from the corner. Good on the three. That's a 4-point trip for Lethbridge. They're up by 8. And a bit of a lazy pass there from Brendan Hebert. And then Spear Chief Morris saving it off of Connor Burns out of bounds will give Lethbridge the basketball. After a Cougar timeout, James Hillis not happy with the way his team has started this game. Down 8 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter on CanadaWest.tv. .350 left in the first quarter. We're back on CanadaWest.tv. Adam Geiger with you tonight. Hope you're enjoying Friday wherever you are. Cougars are down 8. Not a great start for them. For Lethbridge, on the other hand, quite well. They're shooting 60%. That'll go down a little bit with that miss. But they get another offensive rebound, which they've done pretty well so far. That's their 4th. Johnson, free throw line jumper is rimming out. Tip back up. Who's got it? Once again, saved by the Pronghorns. Dallin Martin. This team really likes to extend the bench. I believe, 10 players have been used? Spear Chief Morris driving, shooting, scoring, but no, they'll wave it off. Foul before the shot. Just the second foul on the Cougars, so no free throws. Foul goes on Brennan Hebert, his first. Matthew Augustine and Jeremy Sever are going to check into the game for the Cougars as Hebert and Gareau go out. Freegon handing it off. Martin, near side, up top for Deuce. Deuce inside the three-point line, as you would expect. Misses the shot. And Darius Mole the rebounds. Now Matt Augustine driving, left-hand shot way off the mark. Plenty of contact. Darius, check that. Augustine didn't get the foul that he was looking for. Here's Martin passing outside. That ball winds up going out of bounds off the Cougars. So it'll stay on this side with 11 seconds to shoot. Derek Walden into the game for Lethbridge. 2:32 to play, first quarter. Here's Walden, fresh onto the floor, taking it right at the basket. No. Offensive rebound again, kicked out. Shot missed, but a foul. And it'll be a 3-shot foul with Matthew Augustine colliding into Chaz Johnson. So Johnson to the line for 3. Johnson rims out on the first. And the second. Third one coming. That one, nothing but money. So, 1 for 3 on the trip. Make it a 9-point game. Here's Matthew Augustine. Sterling Nostak, quick release, 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Waldner. Dallin Martin setting up the offense, working on Nostak, goes far side. Johnson working on Darius Mole. Good defense played by Darius. Forces an errant pass. That's stolen away by Nostad. Here he comes. Front court now. It's Mole. No-look pass to Connor. Puts it up short. And a rebound pulled down. Here come the Lethbridge Pronghorns again the other way. Johnson with his team up 9. Baseline. It's Waldner putting it up. Right hand. Short. Rebound Sever. Augustine the other way. He'll push it a bit, get it out to Sterling inside the arc, passes off. Connor drives, shoots, and he's fouled. And Connor Burns will go to the line for 2. Burns making his first trip to the line. Connor 4 points so far tonight, 2 of 3 from the fields, and now 0 for 1 from the line. Connor in his 4th year will be obviously an integral part of next year's squad with Paul Gareau moving on. It'll be really up to Connor to carry the load down low. Be interesting to see who the Cougars go with in place of Paul Gareau, as that shot goes up and in for Reeder. 20-10. Lethbridge doubling up the Cougars with a $1.09 left in the first quarter. Augustine into the paint, spins, puts it up with the left, no good. Another rebound pulled down by Waldner at 6'7", 215. Spear Chief Morris, corner now for Reeder. Into Waldner. Hook shot is off the mark. Rebound for Nostad. Here come the Cougars. Tony Tate. Antonio driving, kicking. Nostad has an open 3. Puts it in. Sterling's on the board with his first triple. 1 for 2 from the field now. And on the defensive end is going to be called for a foul. That'll send Morgan Deuce to the line for 2. 27 seconds left, first quarter. Hasn't been a pretty one at all for the Cougars. They have not shot well at 25%. They've turned it over 5 times. Deuce hits the first. How the Cougars are actually within 8 is a bit of a surprise considering how bad the numbers look. Make it 9 now, 22-13. Could really hold for the final shot if they'd like. 3-second differential. Sylvester drives. He'll put up a quick one way off the top of the backboard, and that'll be out of bounds. You don't mind taking an early shot like that, but you got to make sure it's a good one. If it's going to be a forced shot, if you have to take one at all, it better be at the end of the shot clock so you don't give Lethbridge a chance. They've got 12 seconds to work with now. Chance to build on a 9-point lead. Reeder down to 6 on the game clock. Steps back, passes off, and that was a beautiful look down low for Waldner as he finishes off a solid first quarter for the Lethbridge Pronghorns with a deuce, 24-13. Your score after 10 minutes. We'll take a break and be back on CanadaWest.tv. All right, second quarter on CanadaWest.tv. 24-13 Lethbridge after one. Taking a look at the numbers for Lethbridge leading the way. Julian Spear Chief Morris, 11 points on 5 of 6 shooting. 101 from beyond the arc. So, yeah, that's not bad. Logan Reeder with 5 points. Chaz Johnson with 4. For the Cougars, not much to tell you. Connor Burns has 5 points. Frank Brown has 3. Sterling Nostad has 3. Connor Burns now has 7. 24-15. Big number for the Cougars. Big numbers, really. 26.7. That was their first quarter shooting percentage, which has got to go up. There's Spear Chief Morris from the outside. This guy's having himself a game. That's 14 now. The other big number in that first quarter for the Cougars, 5 turnovers. Certainly got to cut down on that. Tony Tate for 3. Uh-oh. Tony Tate, not exactly a sharp shooter from the outside, at least not so far this year, but maybe we'll get him going tonight. Tony hasn't played a whole lot as of late. Cougars are looking for some sort of spark. Down 9. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Waldner kicking it out. 2 on the shot. That one goes up. A little bit forced, of course. Here come the Cougars after the miss. Hebert, Gareau, count it. 5 straight points by the Cougars to get within 7. Spear Chief Morris working on Connor Burns. Passes off to Deuce. Working on Hebert. Lost it. Stolen by Hebert. And here come the Cougars. Down 27-20. Tony Tate faked the shot, drives, and going to have a foul called on Lethbridge. That'll be their first team foul. And the first on Chaz Johnson. Be a side out for the Cougars. Antonio will inbounds to his buddy Matt Augustine. Tate, Augustine, Burns, Gareau, and Hebert on the floor. Augustine drives, draws the foul. And he'll go to the line for 2. Cougars have come out with much more intensity in this second quarter. Still trailing by 7, but chance to get it down to 5. First freebie is short. Second one is good. So Tony Tate, Matthew Augustine splits a pair. Cougars are within 6, 27-21. They've outscored Lethbridge 8-3 so far in the quarter. We have a foul here on Regina. That'll go on Tate, his first, team's first. A side out for Logan Reeder. Waldner passes it back to Johnson. He'll step inside the arc. Get it back to Waldner, and his jump shot is going to bounce in. Walden with 4 points. Here's Hebert. All the way around it goes. Tate's going to try another 3. Off the mark. Waldner the rebound, and he gets it to Reeder. Reeder, the fourth-year man out of Iron Springs, Alberta, lost the basketball. Here's Tate pushing the action. He's got Gareau. Passes off to Paul. Gareau goes up, puts it long. Now Johnson. Transition 3 ball with rebounders waiting. Can't get the shot, and a good job by Brennan Hebert to rip down the board. I don't think you mind that shot if you're Lethbridge. They did have a couple of guys down low, but rebound did fall right to Brennan. Now Gareau down low, good for 2. Cougars within 6. Paul Gareau has 6. Near wing, it's Reeder. Working on Tony Tate. Good defense by Antonio to stick with him off a screen. Spear Chief Morris goes past Gareau, kicks it out. Johnson with 3 on the shot clock. And that is off the mark. Here come the Cougars again. Augustine, corner. Hebert thought about the shot. Instead to Gareau. Sticks with it somehow and puts it in. Paul Gareau has 8. The Cougars are down just 4. 6:05 to play, first half. Spear Chief Morris. Oh, man. 17 points for Spear Chief Morris. He's only missed 1 shot all night. Tony Tate and took his eye off the basketball. It goes out of bounds, and the Cougars turned it over. And now a timeout is going to be called by Lethbridge, so we'll take one. 32-25 your score, 7-point game. Back in 30 seconds on CanadaWest.tv. .540 left, second quarter on CanadaWest.tv. Off the timeout, the Cougars trail 32-25, and a foul on Antonio Tate. That'll be Antonio's second, and that'll bring Brennan Hebert quickly off the bench. So Hebert on the floor with Darius Moll, Frank Brown, Travis Sylvester, and Paul Gareau. Starting 5 with the exception of Sylvester, who's out there for Connor Burns. Four on the shot clock, getting late here. Reeder puts it up, leaves it short. Rebound for Sylvester, and here comes Hebert. Brennan near side. Brown hit a 3 from here earlier. That one is off the front of the rim, no good. Now Fletcher off a screen, gets to the free throw line, now kicks it out. Ben Stunden on the floor. His first look. Fletcher off the mark. He's 0 for 3 from deep. Rebound is off Lethbridge, out of bounds. Good job by Paul Gareau to force that loose ball off Lethbridge. Here's Hebert now for the Cougars into the corner. Sylvester will try a 3 and hit. Sylvester makes it a 4-point game. Travis 1 for 1 from the fields. Cougars are starting to shoot it a little bit better now. And Reeder on the follow there can't get it to go. Cougars down 4, trying to get as close as they've been really since the start of the game. Sylvester can't drop that one. And here come the Lethbridge. Oh, that's got to be Carey. Oh, no. Dallin Martin was going to throw a pass, didn't do it, and then in the process looked like he obviously carried, but no whistle. Reeder now driving to the bucket. Goes up with the left hand. Can't get it. Looked like the right-handed layup would have been easy. Now the Cougars the other way. It's Hebert. Oh, what a beautiful pass to Paul Gareau. Put a bit of English on it to get it right into the hands of Paulie G, who now has 10. 32-30. Although the scoreboard in-house here says 30-30. I don't think that's right. There we go, 32-30. Lethbridge still up by a deuce. Here's Reeder and a foul coming off the screen. Pardon me, Brennan Hebert will pick one up. That's his second. wholesale changes coming on for Lethbridge. Looks like the starting lineup for the most part back out there. They've watched what was an 11-point lead dissipate down to 2. 10 on the shot clock here. In the corner for Waldner. Throws a high pass to Spear Chief Morris, tipped out of bounds by Sylvester, and with 2 seconds left on the shot, it'll be Lethbridge to inbounds. The Cougars came into this quarter after shooting 27% in the first. They've got that all the way up to 40. So they're shooting the lights out in the second period, outscoring Lethbridge 17-8. There's a running jumper at the shot clock buzzer. No. And then out of bounds off Lethbridge. So the drought continues. Well, not really a drought, I guess. They've scored 8 points in the quarter, but the Cougars with 15 are really just filling it up. Chance to get even or maybe take the lead, surprisingly enough, with a 3. They were down 11 earlier in the period. Connor Burns spinning, shooting, scoring. 32-32, Burns has 9. Spear Chief Morris on Sylvester, driving, shooting with the right, way off the mark. Offensive rebound, though, picked up by Waldner, and he puts it in. It's a great job defensively, but you got to box out. Darius picks up his dribble, finds Brown. Oh, what a crossover there. Gets in. What a pass then to Burns, who gets tied up, but he's fouled and will shoot 2. It's like night and day, these two teams, two Cougar teams, the first and second quarter looking a whole lot different. Playing with more confidence, moving the ball quickly. That's Burns can't get the first free throw. Cougars are now from the line tonight 4 of 7. Make it 5 of 8. It's a 1-point game, 34-33. 2:24 to play in the first half. Reeder to Fletcher to Waldner. Waldner gets it up top to Deuce, to Reeder off his screen, driving, floating a lob pass up. Nice look, gets it to Waldner for an easy 2. 36-33. Oh, wow, Darius Mole. Oh, no. I don't know whether you should be impressed or just surprised that that somehow found a way to its intended target. Darius just threw the old two-handed pass over the back of his head, and, well, it worked out and won as Connor Burns gets the bucket and the foul and the free throw. We're tied at 36. Connor Burns has 13, and Darius Mole has himself one cheeky little assist. 1:50 to play in what's now becoming a pretty entertaining first half. Cougars have a chance to take the lead. Oh, Darius tried another impressive pass. That one was stolen away. Reeder the other way. Counted. It's the danger of making a play like that on the previous trip. Sometimes your confidence level gets inflated to a point where you throw it away and the other team gets an easy 2. There's Connor Burns, short. Good effort by Frank Brown to try to punch it back out. Here come Lethbridge, though, the other way. Reeder with 1:11 to play in the half. Up top. 3-ball coming for Deuce, front rim, and it's burnt. No, pardon me, that's Nostat with the rebound. Sterling up top to Connor, can't get it. Good look, but it was in traffic. Would have been an incredible play by Burns. What the heck was that? That pass was intended for somebody off the backboard. 40 seconds left. Lethbridge gets it back, and Spear Chief Morris finally misses. 35 seconds left in the half. Here's Matthew Augustine. Down low for Burns. Hands it off. Nostat speeds through the lane, and it's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Waldner with the foul, his first. Cougars are in the bonus. Nostat will make his first trip to the line. Cougars 6 of 9 from the stripe, now 6 of 10. Seven of 11 as Nostat splits a pair. 1 point game with 27.5 seconds left before we hit halftime. Spear Chief Morris, who's been the difference maker so far with 17 points, working on Darius Mole, gets it to Waldner. Now up top. Deuce with it, down to 6 on the shot clock, 8 on the game clock. Waldner from beyond the free throw line, no good. Cougars are going to have a chance with 2 seconds. Augustine got to put it up. Does. Are they going to count it? No. They'll wave it off a little bit late. Matthew Augustine tried to get to the basket for the layup before the buzzer, and they wave it off. But all things considered, the Cougars probably pretty happy with the fact they're going to go into halftime down only 1 after trailing by 11 right out of the gate. Second half is up in 15 minutes. We'll talk to you then on CanadaWest.tv. Welcome back for the second half on CanadaWest.tv. The Cougars and the Pronghorns locked in a pretty tight one so far. 38-37, make it 39-38. The Cougars take the lead. Paul Gareau gives them that lead out of the gate. Not bad, considering they were once down 11 at that back in the first quarter. Julian Spear Chief Morris with the answer. He's got 19. Gareau the other way. Counted and the foul. So Paul Gareau already has 4 points in 32 seconds in this second half. Foul goes on Walden. That's his second. Paulie Chi has a chance to convert the 3-point play and give the Cougars a 2-point lead. And he does just that. Taking a look at the statistical breakdown through 2 quarters plus 30 seconds. The Cougars, with the 2-point lead, are being led by Connor Burns and Paul Gareau, the 2 big men. Burns with 13 and Gareau with 12. For Lethbridge, it's Spear Chief Morris, really all by himself with 17, and next closest is Waldner with 8. There's a couple for Fletcher, his first 2 points, and we're tied at 40. There's Frank Brown, there's Darius Mull, and that's Brendan Hebert. Now it's Gareau, now it's Darius. Might have got away with a travel. Gets it to Paul, and Gareau is fouled. So it appears the game plan might be go to Paul Gareau often in this second half, which is probably not a bad idea. Paul has had a touch every time down the floor so far. He's got 5 points, and he's drawn a couple of fouls. Connor Burns there, can't get it. Gareau the rebound, had a good chance but couldn't drop it. And here's Reeder the other way. Spear Chief Morris, he's only missed twice tonight with 19 points. That's a travel. And the officials agree. 42-42, the Pronghorns turn it over for the 8th time tonight. Both teams actually doing a pretty decent job. 8 turnovers for Lethbridge and 7 for the Cougars. That's not great, but it's not awful. It's somewhere in the middle, I guess. Connor to Paul, over to Brendan Hebert. In a tie-up ball game, it's Darius feeding it to Gareau, laying it up. Looked like he might have got fouled, but no whistle. Lethbridge the other way. Fletcher waits for Paul Gareau to go flying by. Now gets it to Johnson. Chaz, a little finger roll layup, doesn't go, and it's a rebound for Connor Burns. Hebert to Connor, to Paul, and off his hands right to Reeder. Logan Reeder kicking it out. Fletcher for 3, yes. Fletcher with 5 straight points. And now Frank Brown needs some help. Nobody was in the backcourt. That never happens, and, well, it probably shouldn't. But he did get it to Darius Mull. Now it's Brendan Hebert with 10 on the shot clock. Connor Burns is going to try a long deuce and can't get it to fall. And then Paul Gareau picks up a foul on the rebound. Just the first on Gareau and the first on the Cougars in the quarter. Alex Fletcher will toss it in. (45-42). Reeder drives, lays it up, and that's off the rim. A rebound for Burns. Brendan Hebert will force the action a bit. Now he pulls it back. Frank Brown, Paul Gareau. Still Paul Gareau, fake the pass to Brown, gets it to Connor, and an offensive foul going to be called on Connor Burns, knocking Waldner to the ground. So it'll be Lethbridge to inbound underneath their own basket, but first we need to wipe off some perspiration off the floor. Cougars down 3. We'll look for a stop here and then try to get back on the scoreboard. Setting up the offense here. It's Reeder on the far wing. Down to 12 on the shot. Drives all the way to the bucket. Can't finish, though. And the rebound goes out of bounds. .6:31 left in the third quarter. Cougars actually took the lead for a brief period there. They were up by a couple after trailing by 11 in the first half. That shot off the mark, and here come Lethbridge the other way. It's Fletcher. That corner three ball from the Pronghorns is off the mark, and a foul on Lethbridge on the miss. It'll be their fourth team foul, so for the rest of the quarter, the Cougars are going to shoot free throws. The foul goes on Spear Chief Morris, just his first. Brennan Hebert brings it into the front court. To Darius, back to Brennan. Now it finds its way down low to Burns. Cross court pass, Hebert for three. Yes! 45-45 as Brennan Hebert ties things up. Waldner, Johnson, three ball. Yes, with the answer. Johnson with 7 points. Now it's Hebert driving, shooting, and getting his own rebound on the miss. And then throws it right to Spear Chief Morris, who goes ahead to Reeder, to the bucket. Yes, for two. Little 5-0 run for the Pronghorns to get up by a handful. Now Regina going down low to Burns. Draws the contact and gets the bucket to go. Connor Burns will go to the line and try to complete a three-point play. The foul goes on Waldner. That's his third. And that'll send him to the bench. Spencer Wenzel comes onto the floor. Burns gets the free throw. Give him 16 points as the Cougars get within two. 50-48. Fletcher on the near wing, coming off a screen, gets some space, goes right into the defense, and gets the roll. Fletcher with 7 points in the half. All 7 of his points in the half. Nostat far wing. Up top for Hebert. Coming off a screen, gets it down low to Tate. Now it's Gareau. Soft touch outside for Nostat. 2 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Tate. Back of the rim, and a rebound for Lethbridge. Here's Deuce. There's Johnson. He'll step it back. Dribble it into the paint, throw it high and in. Looked like it might have been a pass at first, but no, he took the shot and gives his team what is now a 6-point lead. Oh, look out. Paul Gareau got thrown to the floor. Well, that'll be free throws for Paulie G as Lethbridge is in the penalty. Spencer Wenzel the foul, his second. Lethbridge goes to the bench. Coming on is Waldner, Spear Chief Morris, and Reeder. 3 of the 5 starters. As Gareau misses the first of 2. Gareau hits 1 of 2, give him 16 points. Both him and Connor Burns with 16. Cougars down 5. 3:48 to play in the third quarter. As Waldner's jump shot is off the mark, and the rebound is scooped up by Gareau. Gareau with 16 and 3 rebounds. And Connor Burns the follow. The two-handed throwdown for his 18th point off the miss by Augustine. That gets the Cougar crowd up a bit. A team down 3. Spear Chief Morris for the silencer. The man is en fuego tonight. 22 points to lead all scorers. It's back up to a 6-point game. It's a big shot after that putback dunk. Took the energy right back out of the crowd. Now it's Nostat down to 4 on the shot clock. Throws it to Connor Burns. He's going to have to put it up. Little fadeaway 3. Almost got the bank. Very close. Instead, it's Reeder the other way. Spear Chief Morris. Don't leave him open. He misses the shot. Tap back out, but a foul. And that's going to go on Sterling Nostat, they'll say. Sterling doesn't like the call. It'll be his third, the team's third. And we'll have a timeout. The Cougars want to talk. Down 6. Break time on CanadaWest.tv. Back off the timeout, Paul Gareau pulls down a miss. The Cougars with the basketball down 6. Sterling Nostad on the near corner, takes it to the baseline. Now corner 3 ball, Hebert off the mark. Connor Burns, though, chases down the rebound. And put it up and in for 2. Paul Gareau, 18 points to get within 4. On the other side for Lethbridge, it's Reeder going in for 2 to restore the 6-point lead. Now the Cougars, Tony Tate will jack up a 3 in and out. And with a $1:35 left in the third quarter, up 6, Lethbridge brings it into the front court. And they throw it away. Sterling Nostad has that one gift wrapped, gets the steal, and now passes down low for Burns. Great positioning, puts it in. It's the Burns and Gareau show tonight for the Cougars. Connor's got 20, Paul's got 18. If not for them, the Cougars would be in serious trouble tonight. As it is, they're only down 4. Reeder, outside, Spear Chief Morris, in and out. Under a minute to play as Tony Tate looks for a teammate. Instead puts up his own shot short. Can't imagine James Hillis likes that one, but the Cougars do get it right back. Gareau can't finish. Now Fletcher the other way. Lob pass is, well, knocked out to Spear Chief Morris. Drives, shoots, and scores. Spear Chief Morris, 24 points. 30 seconds left, third quarter. Gareau backing in, shooting, and left it short. It was a very makeable shot, especially by Paul Gareau standards, but couldn't finish. No separation between the shot and game clock here, so it will be Lethbridge with the final shot, you would think. Spear Chief Morris crossing over, getting into the paint, shooting and missing. Rebound for Hebert. He's got to put it up. Nostad does. It's short, and it wouldn't have counted anyways as the horn sounds. After 3 quarters, the Cougars still within striking distance. We'll go to the fourth, 61-55 on CanadaWest.tv. Final 10 minutes here on CanadaWest.tv. Fourth quarter time, the Cougars and the Pronghorns in a 6-point game. Lethbridge up 61-55. Adam Geiger with you tonight from the Center for Kinesiology, Health and Sport. Hope you're enjoying your weekend so far. Paul Gareau, wow, what a pass by Brennan Hebert. And Gareau has to get it in the second time. Either way, he gets to 20 points, both him and Connor Burns with 20 points. Those are your leaders, obviously, for the Cougars. The next closest is Sterling Nostad with 4. There's a 3-pointer from Chaz Johnson to get Lethbridge back up by 7. For the Pronghorns, it's Spear Chief Morris with 24 and Reeder with 11. So a 2-man show for them as well, but a little bit more balanced after that. Chaz Johnson has 12 now. Derek Waldner with 8. Fletcher with 7. As Connor Burns is going to go to the free throw line here on that foul by Waldner, his 4th. So he'll head to the bench. And Fregon comes onto the floor. Burns hits the first free throw. I mean, absolutely zero second level scoring for the Cougars tonight. You got the 2 big men doing everything, and then Nostad with 4. Connor Burns with 22 points as he hits them both, 64-59. Spear Chief Morris to Fletcher. Now Friesen. That's off the mark. Here's Augustine. There's Hebert for 3. Big shot. That's not going to drop. And now off to the races, the Pronghorns. Fletcher, transition 3, front rim. Burns the rebound. Connor's got himself a double-double now, 22 points, 11 rebounds. Almost had another one there on the Frank Brown miss, but instead it's Fletcher. He'll try a step-up 3 and hit it. Cougar defense just sagged off, and Fletcher made him pay. He's got 10 points all in the second half. Burns to Hebert, to Gareau, to the bottom of the net. It's like Gareau scores, then Burns scores, and then Gareau scores and Burns scores. They've each scored 22. The Cougars need some of the other guys to start getting in on the act, though. Well, maybe they don't. They just need to make some stops on the defensive end and let the two big men go to work. There's a solid rebound by Frank Brown. Cougars would love to get him warmed up from the outside to create some space, a little bit more space for Gareau and Burns down low. Augustine dribbling, shooting, and wow, got it to go. 63-67, the Cougars are down 4. With 7:15 to play in the fourth. Reeder to Fletcher. Out to Reeder again. He blows by Gareau and, wow, misses the layup. Does Freegon, and here come the Cougars. Augustine is fouled from behind. And that'll be the second on Lethbridge in the half. Or, pardon me, in the quarter. Travis Sylvester and Jeremy Zaver coming onto the floor, as is Sterling Nostad. So, wow, the Cougars are going to take both Burns and Gareau off the floor at the same time. Right now on the hardwood, you have Augustine with the ball, Brennan Hebert, Travis Sylvester, Jeremy Zaver, and Sterling Nostad. So it's up to this second group to try to stay close, maybe even cut into the lead if they could. Jeremy Zaver is going to back his way in and come up empty on the shot. Chaz Johnson getting his way into the paint. Kicks it back out for Deuce. Back to Johnson. Now it's Waldner. Up top, Fletcher for three. He's warming up in the second half. He's got 13 all in the third and fourth quarters. It's back to a 7-point game. Zaver again. He's got a huge mismatch down low, and he can't get the shot, but it's out of bounds off Lethbridge. And now a timeout is called by Lethbridge. They're up 7 and they want to talk. Break time on CanadaWest.tv. .6:15 left in the fourth quarter. After a timeout, Sterling Nostad throws it out of bounds. And then kind of stands there on the baseline for a while. That was just not what they drew up, I'm sure, in that timeout. So Lethbridge takes over. Chaz Johnson will bring it to the front court. His team up 7. Deuce to Johnson. Chaz throws a no-look pass over here to Reeder and gets it back. Johnson for three. It's off the back of the rim and out of bounds off Lethbridge. Cougars still going without Burns and Gareau. Neither of those two on the floor, despite the fact they've combined for way more than half of the team's points tonight. 44 of 63. And now they come off the bench and will check in and probably play the rest of the game together. Jeremy Sever, count it. Sever gets his first 2 points. And, just about traveled there, did Deuce. Instead, he gets it down low, and Waldner draws a foul. So he'll go to the line for two. 5:28 left in the fourth quarter. Waldner at the line, in and out on the first. Waldner again. This time it's good, and his team goes up by 6. Waldner with 9. Brendan Hebert takes the inbounds pass, brings it over the timeline. Darius down low to Gareau. Paulie G fresh back onto the floor, counted for 2. Picking up right where he left off. He's got 24. Reeder the other way. No, Burns the rebounds. Cougars on the run. Hebert down low. Gareau, 26. Paul Gareau, the senior. It'll be his final game as the Cougar on this floor tomorrow night. Much like Lindsay Lettingham did in the first game tonight, he's getting the party started early. There's an answer ball from Waldner for 2. Back to a 4-point game. Waldner with 11. 4:30 left, fourth quarter. Here's Burns. It's his turn now. No, and the rebound for Waldner. Here's Spear Chief Morris all the way to the basket. The Cougar defense falling asleep there. 26 for Spear Chief Morris. Him and Paul Gareau going head-to-head tonight. But right now it's Spear Chief Morris getting a little bit more help than Paulie G. Hebert, how was that not a foul? Looked like he might have been bumped, but no whistle. Missed the shot. Pass down low, and Waldner wide open. He wanted the and one as well. Didn't get it, but he did get the deuce. And all of a sudden, it's an 8-point game. 77-69. We'll take a break. Timeout Cougars on CanadaWest.tv. Just under 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. The Cougars are down 8 here on CanadaWest.tv. Frank Brown's going to try to change that. Nope. The ball stayed off the backboard, though, the top of it. And Paul Gareau was able to save it in bounds, but not the second time. Good effort by Paulie G. That's been the story of the night. 26 points for Gareau, 22 for Burns, but after that, the next closest, Sterling Nostat with 4. Here is Reeder. He'll take it in, he'll shoot it, and leave it short. Rebound for Connor again. He's got 14 rebounds to go with those 22 points. Having a monster game along with Gareau. Darius Mole hasn't scored yet. Connor Burns, his third dunk of the night. (77-71). 3 minutes left, fourth quarter. Spear Chief Morris coming off a bit of a screen, drives, throws one high off the backboard, and then Gareau is fouled on the miss. The foul goes on Waldner. It's his 5th, so he's done. Fouls out with 13 points. And that the third team foul with 2:52 left. Alexei Frigon comes onto the floor in replacement of Waldner. Darius Mole brings it into the front court and now gets it to Gareau. Had a wide open lane to the basket, but it was tipped away. Gets it to Hebert, though, pardon me, and Hebert scores the deuce. Cougars are down 4 as Hebert now becomes the third leading scorer with 5. Deuce. Looking for a teammate. A lot of standing around here for Lethbridge. Under 10 now, 9 on the shot clock. Reeder drives and he gets an elbow from Connor. That'll be a foul on Burns and 2 free throws coming up for Reeder. It's the second foul on Connor and the second team foul. 2:19 left and Reeder to the line. Hits the first, 78-73. And the second one is in and out. So 5-point game. 2:12 left in the fourth quarter. Cougars need a score here, you'd think. Down under 2 minutes now. Darius is going to try a deep 3. Can't get it. Brown the rebounds. How about Hebert for 3? And Paul Gareau the tip. It's a one-possession game. Gareau has 28. The big man trying to give himself one heck of a going-away party in part 1 of 2 of that party. He'll be back again for senior night tomorrow. Cougars would like to get away with a win here tonight. They're down 3. And a forced shot off the mark. Chance to tie with a 3. Get within 1 with a do. Here's Hebert. Now it's Darius. Almost threw it away. Saved by Frank Brown. Darius again down low to Connor. He is fouled going up. Connor Burns will go to the line for 2. The foul goes on Fletcher, his 3rd. Lethbridge will be in the penalty now the rest of the way as Connor hits the first. Burns lines up the second and is short. Gareau fought for the rebound, but it's pulled down by Spear Chief Morris. Here is Reeder. 1:08 to play. And Darius steps out of bounds as he tries to steal that ball away. It'll stay on this end with 12 seconds to shoot. Spear Chief Morris gets it in. Deuce drives right by his man, but kicks it back out. 7 on the shot clock. Reeder into the paint, puts it up. No, rebound, Spear Chief Morris. And, a shot clock violation. They're going to say that shot didn't hit the rim. And Lethbridge can't believe it. Bench isn't happy. But that's the call, and the Cougars are going to take over. It looked like the Pronghorns are going to get a fresh shot clock and a chance to burn some more clock, but no. The Cougars can tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Here's Hebert. Darius for the lead, blocked and knocked out of bounds by Lethbridge. Ooh. So it'll stay on this end with 12 seconds to shoot and 41 seconds left to play. Inbound to Hebert. Corner, Darius driving, passing out. Hebert, he almost took a look at the shot. No, it's Burns. He almost got the dunk and the foul, but instead will go to the line for 2. Foul on Freegon, his first. Team's in the penalty. Connor Burns with 2 big free throws coming up. 25 points on the night, needs to get to 27. And he's short on the first. Second one coming up. And that one's perfect. So it's a 1-point game. And Lethbridge calls timeout. 78-77, 32 seconds left. We'll be back on CanadaWest.tv. .6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We're back on CanadaWest.tv. Lethbridge up by 1 with the basketball. Let's see if the Cougars foul or not. They will let the clock run. There'll be about an 8-second differential. So we'll see if they can hold Lethbridge, get a stop, and then get a bucket and walk out with a win. Here's Deuce driving. And a foul from behind. It looked like Gareau got all ball, but maybe not clean on contact in the lower body, as he kind of gave him a bit of a hip check. Going to the line for 2 big free throws is Deuce. First one is good. So one more big one here to try to get it to a 3-point game, where the worst that could happen would be tie. And he leaves it short. Cougars can take the lead with a 3 or tie with a 2. Hebert down low. Burns putting it up. Fouled from behind, and he'll shoot 2. So Connor Burns, who went 1 for 2 in his last trip to the line, will go back with a chance to hit 2 to tie. 8.6 seconds left. And he hits the first. One more coming for the tie. Gets it. $79-79. We're all tied up. Lethbridge calls timeout, drawing up the final play of regulation. Come back on CanadaWest.tv. $79-79. 8.seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here we go. Lethbridge gets the inbounds to Spear Chief Morris. He's surrounded there. The pass down low, stolen away. A chance for a miraculous buzzer beater. It's Gareau. Oh, almost got the bank. That would have been something else. Instead, we're going to overtime. 5 minutes of extra basketball coming up after this on CanadaWest.tv. Overtime on CanadaWest.tv. 79-79 the score. The Cougars had a chance with that last second shot by Paul Gareau that was off the mark, but instead we'll play 5 minutes and see who comes out on top. Cougars turn it over as Connor Burns is called for traveling on the first possession of overtime. Now Lethbridge setting it up. It's Deuce. Working on Gareau. Bit of a mismatch there. Good job by Gareau to stick with him, though. Now Deuce frees himself for 3 and hits. 79-79 the score. Overtime on CanadaWest.tv. 79-79 the score. The Cougars had a chance with that last second shot by Paul Gareau that was off the mark, but instead we'll play 5 minutes and see who comes out on top. Cougars turn it over as Connor Burns is called for traveling on the first possession of overtime. Now Lethbridge setting it up. It's Deuce. Working on Gareau. Bit of a mismatch there. Good job by Gareau to stick with him, though. Now Deuce frees himself for 3 and hits. Now Connor down low. He gets surrounded. Tries to get a pass to Gareau. That's tipped away. Gets it back. Puts it up. And off the mark. Spear Chief Morris the rebound. He'll peel it back. And Deuce stepping around Gareau. Hits again. A deuce for Deuce. And they're up by 5. .347 left in the extra period. Darius to Hebert. Over here to Brown. Down low, Gareau gets himself some space and can't hit. And now picks up a foul. That'll be the 3rd on Gareau. He kind of gave his man a big bear hug. That's the 4th team foul on the Cougars in 4th quarter and overtime. Lethbridge already up 5, a minute 30 into the extra period. And it's Reeder now into the front court. Deuce driving. He's looking to score every point in this overtime. Instead passes off, and it's off a Lethbridge player out of bounds. Cougars take over. 3:16 to play in the overtime. Hebert over here to Darius. To Gareau. Puts it up. No. Rebound to Gareau. No again. Oh, but somehow he tips it up and in. 30 points for Gareau to lead all scores. That ball's out of bounds off Regina. Deuce getting it in to Frigon. Now it's Deuce running the offense. Shot off the mark. Burns the rebounds. Hebert rushes into the front court now, settles down, getting it. Well, it comes down low for Gareau, and why not? He's got 30, looking to add to it. Instead, it's Hebert outside, driving, and probably should have just shot the ball. Instead, throws it away, and here comes Lethbridge. They have numbers. Spear Chief Morris for 3. No. Rebounds out of bounds off Lethbridge, and the Cougars will take over. 2:21 to play. Paul Gareau just looks dead tired for the Cougars, as does Connor Burns. He's going to have to come off the floor. Connor looks like he might be cramping up a little bit. Jeremy Zavur out there now. Hebert drives, shoots, and can't get the shot. Gareau, the rebound, and the follow. Gareau with 12 rebounds and 32 points. Will it be enough? His team's down 1. Fletcher with it for Lethbridge, driving behind the back pass to Frigon, and can't get the shot, and then out of bounds off the Cougars. Well, a lot of contact down low there, but no whistle. Sterling Nostak coming onto the floor for Jeremy Zavur. Here's Reeder, frees himself. Cougar defense, bit of a lapse there, and a 3-point game now as Reeder has 14. Nostat for the tie. No, back of the rim. And the rebound comes to Spear Chief Morris. 3-point game. And Fletcher and the Pronghorns are going to want to run some clock. Reeder. He'll bring it up top. Lost his footing, goes right to Frigon, though, and his shot is short. Rebound picked up by Hebert. Here he comes. Right down the middle. Here's Brown. Back to Hebert for the tie himself. Short. Right into the arms of Gareau. Counted, and the foul. 34 points. 13 rebounds for Paul Gareau. Wow. He'll go to the line with a chance to tie. And Connor Burns back onto the floor. It's 34 points, 12 rebounds for Gareau. He's looking to make it 35 and 12 to tie the game. And he rattles it in. 86-86, 1 minute left in overtime. Now under 60 seconds. Here's Fletcher handing it off. Deuce, who had the first 5 points of overtime, floats this one up and puts it in. Tough shot. He has 10. 7 of them in overtime. Cougars down 2, 37 seconds left. Hebert for the lead, way off the mark. Not even close. And then fighting for the rebound, he picks up a foul, and that will send Lethbridge down to the other end for free throws. So not a productive trip down the floor for Brennan Hebert and the Cougars. Are they going to give the foul to Gareau? That's his 4th. And Fregon goes to the line for 2. 2 big ones to try to make it a 2-possession game. He gets the first. (89-86). Huge free throw coming here. And he's going to be called for a lane violation. He knew it was going to be a miss, so he tried to rush into Fregon and gets whistled. So the Cougars are still within 3 here. 31.5 seconds left in overtime. Darius Moore with it. Gets it into the corner. Hebert, Gareau puts it in. Cougars are within 1. Now they're going to have to foul with 22 seconds left. And Lethbridge is going to call a timeout. A 1-point game. They lead with the ball. Lethbridge is going to try to talk things over. We'll be back on CanadaWest.tv. (89-88). The Cougars are down by 1. Lethbridge with the lead, and they'll have the basketball coming out of the timeout. So 20 seconds left. The Cougars are going to have to foul. And, well, even if Lethbridge were to hit both, it would still be that 1-possession game. We'll see. Connor Burns back to the bench for the Cougars. Looks like he's fighting off a bit of a cramp, but, well, him and Paul Gareau are on the bench. Cougars go small for defense, and obviously to keep both of those guys from having to commit any fouls. And it's Spear Chief Morris who was fouled, so he'll shoot 2 as Burns and Gareau come back on the floor. Darius Mole was the one who committed the foul. Spear Chief Morris will toe the line for 2 big free throws. And the first is short. So the Cougars are going to have a chance to at least tie with a 2, win with a 3, maybe even better. The fans here at the gym getting loud, and Spear Chief Morris misses both, but wow, Fregon puts it back in for 2. And then a timeout called by Regina. Wow. He missed both, did Spear Chief Morris. But the man out of Fort McLeod, Alberta, Alexi Fregon, puts it back in, and it's a 3-point game. Timeout on CanadaWest.tv. 20.6 seconds left here on CanadaWest.tv. We're in overtime. As you can see, Lethbridge with a 3-point lead. The Cougars have the ball. Do they go for 3? Do they go for 2? They got to get the ball in first. That was close. Brennan Hebert with it. Darius to Frank Brown. Back to Darius. He'll drive. He will pass out. Sylvester for the tie. Yes! Lethbridge still has time. 10 seconds. Chaz Johnson. Spear Chief Morris driving for the win. No rebound. Yes! At the buzzer, Lethbridge with the W. Well, the referees are going to talk about it. It looked like it was off in plenty of time. Spear Chief Morris missed the initial shot, and I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't really even know who made the follow, but it looked like it was in time. What are they going to go? Look at the replay? They're over at the scores table. And they're going to count the basket. Oh, they're putting time back on. That's what they're doing. I was going to say, there's no 18-inch Samsung waiting for you at that scores table. They're going to put 0.2 of a second on the clock. So, really, you need to throw a miracle baseball pass to the rim and then have somebody tip it in. That's your only chance. You can't catch and shoot with anything less than 0.4. It's going to have to be a jump ball, tip it in if this works. I'm glad we're recording that, I guess. Yeah, Lethbridge has 6 men on the court. So that'll work. Now Johnson is off. Darius Moll is throwing all the advertising pads out of the way so he can line up a baseball pass. Why not? Here he goes. Throws it up. That might go in. Burns. Oh, wow. Oh, my Lord. That was close. Just off the front of the rim. You can't ask for anything more than that, I suppose, in a situation like that. What a great game. The Cougars fight. They get the 3 ball from Sylvester to tie it. But really, 2 putbacks late seal the game. 2 possessions ago, it was the 2 missed free throws, but the putback by Freegon. And here in overtime, let's take a look at who it was with that putback for the Pronghorns. That last second putback, it was Spear Chief Morris putting back his own miss. So he finishes with an absolutely lofty total of 28. Not the leading scorer, though, by any stretch. Paul Gareau with 37 leads all scorers in a losing effort as the Cougars fall 2 points short and really 0.2 of a second short tonight in the opener of this back-to-back. Tomorrow night, we'll be back senior night starting at 6:15 with the ladies' game and then the guys' game at 8:15. Hopefully it's as good as this one was. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night and a beautiful Saturday. Back at 6:15 tomorrow on CanadaWest.tv.